Hello, Malokin. Malokin, everyone. Hola, hello, Mark and Millie. It's beautiful. I just saw you guys. Let's see how I can pin. How are we, everyone? Thank you for holding this space with me. Hello, Moni. Hello, Mark, Kelly. Thank you. I know that some are going to be connecting, so let's open this sacred circle. I know. Well, just let me just. Sorry, I just think this. I'm going to this thing is not connected. Okay, good. I know that it's not easy when we change the time, but thank you for your patience. We've been trying to do the best that we can to continue this beautiful flow, and I'm really grateful that even though the times changes, you guys still holding this space with me, and because the only way for we can allow this to flow through the words are when there is a nice balance and a space holding with a group of beautiful friends and souls committed, fertile soils that are receiving the seed of the wisdom from the Mayan spiritual worldview. So thank you so much for that. And I would like to open this. I would like to open this circle. First of all, I wanna thank all the forces that brought you today beyond space, beyond different territories. I want to thank all the forces that accompany you today and in your walk through this beautiful journey that you call life, to your ancestral lineage, all your ancestors, your first elders that are pushing you through these winds of the Mayan so you can remember the origins and find your own origins, to the forces of the land that are holding each one of us, the custodians, the forces, the spirits, and the ancestors of the lands that today we call our mountain, because it's the land that is giving us the sustainment, it's the land that is allowing us to thrive, the land that is allowing us to remember. So we want to ask the assistance of these beautiful spirits that, and our gratitude because they have embraced us. I want to ask these spirits of the land that I call my mountain of origin, which is the Mayan, that so all the forces can flow through the power of words, so these winds can flow and can get you, and they can move you, and they can bring light to all those shadow areas within you that needs to be acknowledged, so you remember the origins of where you come from. And to the sacred great spirit, kin tankech inkilichium tilekuchila kin tankechum hunaku yetelo op inlak inyum satu patali utial tankech un el kot okotokaban kilich bakaov lakin ich chak chik chak shamanik sak chik chak chicken ik bo chik chak and nohol ik kan chik chak to the heart of the universe, Oxlahuntiku, to the heart of the hearts, Bolontiku, to the heart of the hearts, Kilich Yache, Kilich Lumna. We ask permission to the seven forces, the seven dimensions that sustain us, that allow us to remember and connect with the beautiful vessel that is holding us, so we can remember that we are vessels of flows, so we can remember our cosmic vision in this realm, which is bring balance and harmony and allowing these forces to dance through us, to do this sacred exchange within the space of our heart, so we can be on service, allowing these forces to move through us, taking the ego aside so we can be able to bring our gifts on service to the all and to the great consciousness. I thank you to the Great Spirit for this day. I thank the Great Spirits for the sun, for all the directions, and for the elements, for the spirits that allow us to be today here. I thank you, Great Spirits, for everything, because your words are with me in the path as I walk. Ishpati Pepem Chok Ah Kam Lonte, with all the humble heart. I would like to share with you today these beautiful concepts that bring us that ancient memory that allowed us to bring that balance and to bring that respect to the cosmic flow, and to bring that memory that we are connected with all, and to bring the memory that our microcosmos within our body represents the macrocosmos within the universe. Aho. Thank you guys. So we're gonna be sharing about the vessel. We have seen all the codes within the Mayan spiritual, the numbers that rule the spirituality, and now how these numbers are within our body and what our body represents, and how our body, the commitment that we have with body, bring that balance. So I invite you that we connect with our body before we start. So just let's connect first with the breath. Put your hand on your heart, the other one in the space of your navel, your head nice and stretched, your spine nice and stretched. Anchor yourself, feet on the ground, your sitting bones nice, and when you move your pelvis, you can feel them fully grounded, and inhale deeply. Hold and exhale. Everything that happened in your day that can stay behind, so you can connect with your beautiful body. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Move your neck. It's important that we move our joints, as it's only through the movement that we allow that the energy to flow within our body. Move your shoulders and your neck at the same time. Move your elbows, neck, shoulders, elbows, and wrist. One side to the other. Just now move your wrist and your pelvis and your knees and your feet and your ankles, and move and shake, shake, shake everything. All the energy. Shake, 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 shake. Wherever it's been stagnant in your body needs to move. Shake, 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 shake. Bring that movement. All your articulations, you want to move the energy. Stretch one side to the other. Keep moving. When you fully move, make sure every single joint moves. Your ankles, your knees, your hips, everything. And when your legs hip width apart, one hand on your navel, the other one in your heart, head pointing up, nice and grounded. Open your toes and ground your toes into the floor. Open your fingers and feel the vibration of the 20 nawals to your toes and fingers. Feel the tingling of the 13 forces of the universe in your joints. And feel how your breathing brings life into each part of your body, because this air that you are inhaling is the air that we are all share, the information that travels from the universe to nurturing each one of your cells. And when you exhale, that air that is been within you, you bring it back. So when you inhale, feel that nourishment, and when you exhale, Exhale gratitude, love, because that is the oxygen, that is the air that you're exhaling, and is going to be part of the air that bound us all together and connect us from the universe to the heart of the earth. And now, slowly you can come back to your space. You can still stretching. If there is any area in your body that needs stretch or movement, please honor your body. And we're gonna connect with this sacred vessel. Beautiful, Becky. Awesome. How long do you dedicate to your body, guys? I hope that after today's call, you remember how important it is to honor the body, to look after the body, to move the body, to stretch the body, to open the body. And we're gonna tune with the with these sacred vessels, healing and expansions held in the body. If you haven't, this is the first call that you join us on the recording, it will make a lot of sense, these calls, when you allow yourselves to watch all the rest, when we were diving into the numbers, because all this beautiful map of numerology, cosmic astronomy is how is within the body is going to make a lot of sense. So human beings, when they are born, are soft and flexible, moving like a water. And when we die, we become hard and rigid. Green plants are tender and full of sap, and when death comes, they are dry and withered. So therefore, whoever is rigid and inflexible are apprentices to the death, and while those who are soft and flexible are apprentices of life. So the body is showing us and teaching us that life, to be here in this life, in this realm, in this presence, we want to embody the flexibility, the softness, the movement, because we are water. There is a saying that says that water creates the vessel of the human body so it can transport itself through the deserts, through the mountains, because we are water, and water is flexible in movement. But if you are, so now that we were moving the body, where does it feel rigid? Because if you are feeling rigid and inflexible, you are just learning from the death. And we want to live because we want to be in this life fully. So that's what the body is, what the Mayans share about that. So the human vessel, we are a cosmic axis where the forces of the creations flow within our body. And our cosmic mission is to bring balance and harmony. And it's not us from the egotistic point of view. It's our vessel is designed in every angle to bring that divine balance. To understand that our microcosmos, it just is a mirror of the whole macrocosmos. And everything is composed on three hearts, absolutely everything. The heart of the universe, the heart of the earth, and the heart of the underworld, which is in our body as well. If we understand our own microcosmos, if we understand the synergistic frequency of our body, we will be able to understand the whole universe. So we don't need to be looking and spending time to study. We just want to understand our body. As we dive into how the how the human vessel is formed, how the human vessel, according to the Mayan spiritual concepts, how did we decide? What are we doing here? We all came through these beautiful sacred vessels that is a woman. Because women are the only beings, is the only beings, no, not the only beings, the humans, the women are the ones who has the power to extract and release a spirit from the spiritual world. We all have that power. So if you are in a feminine body, but you are not a mother, it doesn't matter, you have that power. So woman, we create a death a death with the spiritual realm, because we have that power to extract from the world of the spirits. Women have a death with the spiritual realm, because we steal from that spiritual world. So every human needs a vessel of a female body to be able to bring that structure, to create. It's like the oven is the portal that allowed the vessel, each one of our vessels, to be formed. So woman is the energetic structure capable of channeling energy from the spiritual world. So the spiritual connections of the realm of the woman is really profound because of that portal. And doesn't mean that male don't, because male have the seed, have the mountain of the seed of the water. And every man at some point of on the timelines have been in a feminine body. We are on a feminine planet, so we are all start being a feminine until the body was developed within the vessel of the mother, and then the gender got completely. But we are well feminine. But the woman developing that portal create that connection to the spiritual. I was like this passage where the spirits can travel through into the physical world. So we can, through our body, create that. So the second role of the feminine is quite powerful in the Mesoamerican cultures, because the mothers are the vessels that bridges the spiritual with the earthly dimensions. So this is the vessel of the sacred. So when the vessel of the new spirit that is been completely extracted, the woman goes through this war with the spiritual realm, with blood, with claw, with fangs, in order to bring from the spiritual world this life. And this is what we call labor of birth. And that's what women do. So regardless the relationship that you have with the vessel that was your beautiful portal to be here with your mother, that woman is the portal of life, and that woman had that fight with blood, fangs, and claws for you to be here. So it's a different way to start the relationship of our human bonding is with that mother. And regardless the relationship that it is true, maybe it's not, it's about understanding and seeing beyond that immediate thought that we have in the Western world. It's about that profound, beyond the body that we are, the vessels that we are in. It's more in that spiritual concept. That's the portal that I needed to cross to be here. So according to the Mayans, the soul, when there cannot be two hearts, two sacred souls within a body. So when the body is forming within the vessel of the mother, is the biological soul. So in the meantime, the sacred soul is like between, in the realm between the spiritual world and the human world. It's a proto-human and a proto-God waiting for that vessel in order to completely enter that vessel. So as soon as that the vessel of that baby with that biological soul exit the mother's body, and is usually the crown, the head first, is the heart of the universe that completely illuminate the crown of the baby, and it's like ignite that. And just I don't know if you remember on the second session that we saw the kings. The second king is Ik. Ik is the wind, and there is two winds, the vertical and the horizontal. The horizontal is the air that we all breathe and we are exchanging and is connecting us. But the vertical is the force of the Great Spirit. So that first inhalation of that little vessel is when that spirit, that sacred soul, anchors directly into that body. So that's when we are tuning into anchoring ourselves. We do that inhalation with the mouth, which is how babies do. And this is when they pull that beautiful, that forcefully, and it enters into the vessel. And that is the cosmic axis that forms the vessels, right? Is that from a unity, it comes also from a duality, and what it gives shape to a full body is the number 4. So first of all, the unit is divided between feminine and masculine. We all start being feminine, and then until the gender gets divided. And then, sorry, I'm just reading here. Okay. And then And then it's these dualities that form absolutely each human being, each species. We are divided into the feminine and the masculine, as is as well the myth of the creation of the universe, when the unity, that creator was in that dream time, inhaling and breathing in and out, and with each inhalation the dust, the cosmic dust, was compressing until it created this explosion. And from that explosion it divided in two to be able to see each other. And then is when the whole universe was being created. And then it was this duality between dark and light. And it was a point that the part of the dark forgot that it was part of that duality, and the greediness took form. And then is when new beings were needed in order to bring that light. And that's where the research of Through the Stars is what they found, this beautiful being, this beautiful mother, this beautiful feminine celestial body, which is the earth. And then is when, after the four sons, is when humanity were birthed. So there is a duality within humankind, but there is a duality within us of dark and light, because the energies are reflecting each other. And this is when we understand that we are part of this duality within us, and that the purpose is to bring that dynamic balance and allow that harmony, because it's only the light, the bigger the light is when there is that dark in the middle. If you look at flame, a flame of body, a fire, you will see in the middle that dark. And that's where we are as these flames. We are dancing into that duality that is within, that shapes life and existence. And it's only to the interplay of these dual forces that the order emerged. And that's what it gave us as well, the power of choice as vessels. So in the human cosmic axis as we are, the number 3 is the base of the vessels, is everything that is conformed in our existence in this material realm. The 3 is the 3 hearts. The Mayans represented the heart of the universe in the crown, which is what the sun, the heart of the universe, illuminated the vessels when it was coming from the mother's body. And they're represented with the turquoise stone. Then the heart of the hearts, which connects us with all, which is the Kilich Yache, the heart of the hearts, our interconnectedness, and they're represented with the jade stone. And the heart of the underground, which is basically from our liver down, represented with the obsidian stone, is that energy that governs transformation and vitality. Is that area that allowed us to put there all those when we are unaware, we just shovel there everything that we don't want to see, and that becomes the unconscious. But when we withdraw those memories, when we withdraw those bonds, when we withdraw those jewels, is when we start integrating everything within our vessel. In talking in the vessels, if we go into the body itself, sorry, I just want to go back because I forgot to do this. So basically, sorry, it's another one. Sorry, I apologize. So let's talk about the body and the vessel. So basically, the heart, the 3 hearts go vertical, which is on the head, the heart, and the liver from the liver down. Horizontal is the skin, which is the barrier between our inner world with the outer world. The organs, which is in our organs where there is this exchange of communications between the physical and the energy realm, is the organs, because the organs respond to that energy. So that subtle with that matter are unifying the organs. So that's the earth. And the bones, that's the deep, that's the underworld. Those are those ancient memories. So it's what anchors us to earth, and is what maintains our structural integrity. It's in our bones that if we sand our bones, we are going to find our ancestral dust. So the bones is the profound, is the underworld, and that's why in the mythology of the creation of the 5th son of the fifth species of humans, is when the goddess, the twins, went all the way to the depths of the underworld to retrieve the bones of the ancestors of the past in order to recreate the new prototype of humans, which is us. So we were created for those bonds that of the origin that were right and the depth of the earth, which is something that we're going to be doing in Mexico, going into that deep of the earth and recollect those bonds. That is the profoundness of that underworld. So that's what it is in the body: skin, organs, and bones. So if we go back to the body, so in the head, basically, is the sky, is the future. So for them to understand, this is how they kind of, the Mayan medicine, if we want to call it like that, how they predict imbalances within the body, and the head is composed from the neck up, our neck, our thyroid gland, larynx, mouth, voice, ears, eyes, nose, brain, limbic brain, pineal gland, pituitary gland, shoulders, neck, everything that is connecting us to the heavens. Basically, they related to the heart of the universe, but also to the future. So every imbalance that could cause us worry for what is going to, because we want control, it potentially, as they saw it, they would affect us, that area within the body. The earth basically is from the shoulders down, the heart, the lungs, the ribs, the lymphatic system, the spleen, the arms, the hands, and the fingers. That is the earth, and usually that is our present moment. How present are we in each moment in our life. And the underworld basically is from the liver down: gut, liver, stomach, gallbladder, intestines, kidneys, adrenal glands, reproductive organs, knees, feet, toes, joints, and bones. And that is a lot of part of our body. But interesting is that represents the past. So where in your body are you experimenting rigidity? Where in your body are you experimenting pain? Where in your body are you experimenting health issues? Usually in our sacrum, that snake, that serpent, that energy force is sleeping in our sacrum. But also it's in our pelvis, in all that area where we shovel all the memories of the past that we are not even aware, and memories from our ancestors, the first ancestors, and blah, blah, blah. And we just put it in that vault in the basement, and we just forget about it. And we think by shoveling down there, we don't need to see what it is, but it's affecting our whole body. So this is what is so important, that we understand how this work, and where is usually when sciatica and things like that is related with the past. So also in the cosmic axis on the sides, to one side and the other one, which is very similar that as well Oriental medicine, as much of you are aware with that. Right side, the masculine side; left, the feminine. Right is connected with a lot of heat, excess of energy, and all those hot emotions that could bring imbalance: anger, hatred, frustration, jealousy, and all these imbalances could end with the itis, colitis. I don't know if it's colitis in Spanish. It's colitis. All those inflammatory diseases, which is means excess of energy, excess of heat. And in the left is related with the feminine: lack of energy, lack of heat, excess of cold. And that could be more depression, sadness, lack of vitality, slowiness, and low blood pressure, and imbalance like that, anxiety that could bring that coolness. So it's how they kind of map the imbalances within the body. I want to see if there is a question. If you guys have questions, just ask, and I will be able to read them as I go. So that's kind of how they did the cosmic map within the imbalances within the body. We did how the 4, the 3. Now we're gonna go to the 13, and we just move the 13. The 13s are the joints. The 13 is I don't know if you remember what the 13 is, a very sacred numbers for the Mayans, because it's the 13 forces of the universes, the 13 guardians of the heart of the universe. And the only way for us to flow and ascend our energy is when our joints are flexible, are movement. So we need to move our body. We need every day, every night before we go to bed, going and move, because also in our joints, which is protected by the synovial fluid, is our waters. And the emotional realm, the emotion that travels in the waters within us, when they get stagnant, when they get rigid, they crystallize, and that will cause pain on the joints.
Yeah, doll, I'm coming.
We need to
I'm
be able
coming
to,
right
sorry.
now.
Who is there? If you guys can put your mute, that would be fantastic, please. I don't know what is that. I think that is, I don't know. Anyway, so that's why it's super important that we understand that the according to the Mayan spirituality, the 13, the head enters the womb of Nayub Hunavku. Nayub Hunavku is the creator, is that one that complexes the masculine and the feminine. So the only way that we can ascend is like waking up that vital serpent from the earth all the way up is through our joints. They are these 13 guardians of the heart of the universe. So if our joints are rigid or in pain, how can we go all the way up? How can we embrace the medicine of the serpent, which is serpent is as well the water serpent, is flexibility and flow. So that's how we channel the energy through the joints all the way up to our head. And then the 13 joints basically is the flow of the pure energy. If we can see the Seiba down there, that is what represents the body, the Seiba, and these are the joints, sorry. And we need to learn that the Seiba moves. It's quite stretched, but it's very flexible in her branches. And so there is no stagnation. So rigid joints, it could be representing rigid stagnation of emotions, stagnation, and it's not allowing you to really go into that, be able to channel that energy all the way up. So when you move your joints, you move you change the flow, you change the wind of the mind, because we usually, which we're going to be seeing the affections, where do they start in the mind? When something is contract your body during the day, every time something happens that we don't expect or that trigger us, we do that. And if we don't move right away, if we don't shake it out, it stays in your body. And a lot of that's the emotional dust, that a lot of that is like emotional dirt, that a lot of that is going to create a big blockage on those joints. So we want to move that. And now we're going to go to the 20. Do you remember the 20 in the Mayan count of time? 20, the 20 Nahuals. I've been most of the day sharing you the energy of the day. Today is the day of Ev. Ev is the Nahual of the cane, of the staff, of the spine, of the fire serpent that travels our spine. That is the Nahual. Those are the 20 Nahuals. And it's through our fingers and our toes is how they start counting time, because it's through our fingers and our toes where the energies of the universe can access, right? And this is what represents this is the beautiful way that we can see the macrocosmos mirroring our microcosmos. So there is a balance between the spiritual and the material worlds through our toes and fingers. Our fingers connect us with those cosmic energies, and our toes ground us and give us that stability. So each finger brings each one of the Nahuals. So when we are tuning into the days, that help us to bring that balance within us. So it's through that. And also is the beauty about this is that today we know that they knew it. They didn't have the machineries that they are today, but they knew somehow that the feet has 7,000 nerve connections, and that's the foundation of our experience. Is what it takes us, is what connects us, is the connection to the spiritual realm, to the realm of the invisible, is what gives us balance and connect us to the past, to the unknown. And it's through our our fingers, just the tip of your fingers have 17,000 nerves connections. So if we always, most of you have done this, that you fold your hands and you kind of just separate them and you can feel that tingling. The hands really are connected to the heart, to the presence. So when we are in our present moment, the healing of the hands is quite profound and powerful. It's where through our hands, where we can bring from the spiritual realm into the fruition, into the matter. Is where we manifest, where we create, is where we shape everything that is around us. So hands is the bridge to the divine, and the feet, the toes, is the bridge to the earth, to the connection. So it's what allowed us to channel the cosmic energy and the divine communications between the heaven and the earth through these 20 toes and fingers, which represent each one of the Nahuals. And then we have the nine, the Bolontiku, the 9 layers to the heart of the earth, with basically, which is the session of the Bolontiku. You want to refer to all of those ones so you can understand in depth these numbers. Basically, in our body are the cavities. Remember that we have, each one of us represent a mountain, and it's in the middle of that mountain that is that monster. That monster that if we are unaware is going to climb up and is going to mess up with our harmony. So we need that because that's the shadow part of us. But that is in this subtle energy, and those windows to that cave, to that inner part of the mountains, which are the cavities within our body, our eyes, our ears, our mouth, our nostrils, the sex, and the rectum. So basically, is how do we feed these caves? How do we smell? Whatever the aromas that expel through these caves is what is inhibiting the body, the vessel. So how do you feed? What do you see in your minds? Are you careful of what you feed in your sights? Are you careful of your smells? And this is where we tap into that deep intuition, when we start getting those senses. What are we hearing? When we start sharpening it up, and we want to really be in an environment that uplifts us, that uplift and bring balance within that cave. Because if we're having like heavy metal music, or we are watching things that are really disturbing, what are we doing? Are we feeding the monster, or are we taming the monster? Because that monster is fuel, is energy, and that when it's tamed, it works with us, doesn't work against us. So that's how we want to kind of really be mindful. How do we feed our senses? And there is a saying that the Mayans thought that the body is a playful guise of the spirits. So basically, all these hidden treasures and gems that are within is just get distracted by all this sensorial time. So how do you nourish your caves? How do they smell? So it's just like what entities are inhibiting. So it's just having that door of that connection to the 9 levels. And then we have the 7 dimensions of consciousness. And this goes beautiful. We have the 4 directions, and we have the 3 connections in the center axis: heart of the universe, heart of the earth, and heart of the hearts. So that's the 7 dimensions of consciousness. And in our body, now we're going to even more subtle. We are going to the energy systems, are the 7 bolts that support the energy body. And that is each one of these main energy, which we know, most of us, for the way how the Mayans and the Mesoamerica saw the movement of energy, rather than being vertical, it was on a spiral, starting the spiral from the heart. But also we see these 2 snakes, which we know this very known symbol, which it represents these 2 dual energy forces that are traveling through our spine. So they understood that, and this is this subtle, and this is the energy, because they knew that everything was energy. And this is how they saw. Everything is energy, and the only way to bring balance and harmony is to strengthen matter, is through the subtle body. So we saw all the physicals, but where we need to focus is on that subtle body, because that's what it creates forms, and what creates shapes to our physical body. So our spine actually can really so malleable that if we always depressed or angry, our spines is going to get that shape. So it's so malleable, and then that's going to obviously be reflected. If we will be able to see at the naked eye the whole toroid, human toroid, we will be able to see the patterns of disharmony or harmony. For the Mesoamericans in the indigenous cultures, they didn't understand these terms of human toroid, but they call it the luminescent egg, because it's how they represent it. And there are actually a lot, in curanderismo, there are a lot of modalities to support the energy body with an egg, to be able to read the energy with the egg, because that is what is the feel. So for them, the main thing of everything that they do is to have balance on their feel. Because it's only through that field, when it's nice and balanced, we will shape the form, not the other way around, which basically I think that in mainstream medicine, or well, we have a beautiful doctor here, Florin, I'm not going to talk about that, but like in the Western realm, it's like the other way around. Usually it's like the physical body, when in their perception, it was always concentrated on that subtle energy and that subtle realm. So basically, balance against unbalance. So we saw that beautiful luminescent egg, and we see now how these fields of people that have unbalanced energy, and basically that energy code is very different. Each one is our energetic print, but the whole unbalance it will represent in different ways. And one of the things that fits that we need to be very mindful is that through the underworld there are inorganic entities, inorganic winds, so that they fit on the humans, because from all the living beings we are the most delicious energy beings, because we are so explosive, we have emotional bursts, and these energies fit on that. So a vessel that is not aware, someone that is not steering the vessel and is just letting it wherever, it could easily, through the fit, as on those 7,000 nerves, you can pick an energy. So this is when we want to really work on that subtle, because when you have this beautiful energy shield, these inorganic energies cannot enter the vessel. So when these inorganic energies enter the vessel, they start altering the water within the body, and they go into the mind and they start altering the thoughts. So then we start producing thoughts of self-sabotaging, of inadequate, and we start following these thoughts, and those thoughts are going to start creating the emotion, and it's going to start creating more imbalance on the emotion, and that is going to start affecting the luminescent egg, the field, and it's getting what it sees this, and it's going to start changing the patterns of the physical body. Is what is going to bring the imbalance. This is how they saw the chain of events in order to get into the imbalance. So for them, they were very conscious about these inorganic energies, and by working on the spirit, working with these energies, working as this cosmic axis, they were strengthening their field, and they were protected by these inorganic energies. So they were always working on avoiding to be bases of these external entities, because they will start masking up with your winds, which are your thoughts, with your words, which is your voice, and your thyros is going to start massing up with your heart, with your fire, and it's going to start stagnating your waters, and that's what completely is going to create a fully imbalance. And in the curanderismo of the Mesoamericans, not only for the Mayans, there is these names that they call on this unbalance, mal aire, which means bad air, which is the environment, is connected with the environment, things that you can feel when an environment is not allowed. When we are very attuned with those 9 cavities, we can smell what it doesn't smell good. We start connected within us, and we start feeling where we should. I feel that I should not be here, and sometimes we just do things because we feel that we need to keep doing them because it's what is expected, but we are not listening to that intelligent intuition, that is that communications with the spiritual realm, with that subtle that is telling us and whispering us is not the right place, and that environment could allow us to be weak and pick up these stagnant inorganic energies. Another one is the way how we process anger, which is called bilis. If we have let the monster within our mountain to just chew and go everywhere, obviously, and just having this burst of explosions, remember, those inorganic entities feed from those bursts, and that's going to bring imbalance. Empacho, which will be translated as not digestion, bad digestion, is basically crystallized emotions. So basically, we go from the environment that was not being uplifting for us. We know that it's not. We didn't listen. Then we have this burst of anger, and that's gonna open the door to these entities, and it's going to start messing up with our waters, which is the empachos, because it's a lack of capacity to deal with emotions. And that will completely, these crystallized emotions, which is crystallized waters, we block the traffic pathway of the energy. Mal de ojo, or evil eye, is that evil or envy or resentment, which a friend was sharing with me the other day, very beautiful thing, that one of the 3 cancers is, I don't remember the third, is like, as maybe some of you guys know, it's like comparations, complaining, and I don't remember the other 3, see, comparison is like comparison. It's like we are in a very society that we compare with the others, and someone that is maybe in a path similar to yours and is doing something, if you, oh, I wish, evil eye and envy doesn't mean, oh, I envy, but it could be that thought, oh, I wish that I would be there. That is creating an impact on the flow of the energy. Just that thought alone. How amazing it is that we sometimes we're not aware of what we think, of what we say. And the biggest one of all is susto, which means scare, which is the fright or soul retrieval. And that basically is when the vagus nerve completely go from the capacity to bring restorations, and it just completely flip, because it's that the survival mode is so big that usually it happens when there is a really traumatic event that your body, boom, just go. And in the center of Mexico, and the indigenous there, we lost the tonali, which is that crown. It lost the tonali. The spirit just was too much to cope, that it goes. So it's kind of the three unbalances that they, in the curanderismo, and this indigenous, is how they kind of they would kind of reassess according to the shape of the egg, of the luminescent egg, how it was, that they would kind of see, and then from there they would determine where the imbalance was affecting what area of the body. So, and these imbalances, we will come to what we call today disease. We will call entropy, chaos, living on fear, and the way how they experience that. They see this is what they were so focused on. The Mayans were so focused on the subtle energy, because is where we can protect the whole body. When we don't protect that, and these inorganic entities enter and climb all the way to your mind, start creating self-destructive thoughts, self-sabotaging thoughts. Like, it's just, I do this so much, just how I think that we all have gone in, oh, I just feel like, even the words, oh, how stupid I am, or how this, just saying it, it's just boom, it's saying the word. You're just allowing this, climbing this energy to your mind. And then when we are starting to say and repeating and allowing these voices that are not you, because if it would be you, you wouldn't be saying that to yourself. Then 2 years start shaping the emotional body. And 2 years start completely changing the whole field. And this is the last year when it somatizes in what we call disease, when it's a manifestation of a very bad physical condition. So basically, all these situations are the results of the inability to cope with emotional, biological, spiritual, or stressors, and to keep repeating, because the truth is that there is an addiction for victimism. So this is, as a conscious being, that we are reclaiming the memory of what are we, and what are we meant to do here. Is when we take responsibility, we completely strip of those layers, of those dialogues that we have carried for so long, and we start listening to them and start peeling those layers, so we can understand that we are really a simple cosmic being that is here to bring balance. And we are more kind with our words towards ourselves. We are more kind with our thoughts, and we protect that energy field, because it's the energy field what is going to give shape to the matter. So in conclusion, the beautiful body is just a mirror of the cosmic structure. It's we think how we breathe, and we did that when we inhale and we exhale, we are just it's just a representation of how the universe, the pulsation of the universe. And for the universe, that could take eons of years. For us, it takes 4 seconds or 5 seconds up, 5 seconds down, and it's just a beautiful miniature reflection of the cosmic forces. So the more we connect, the more balance we will bring within our body. But we know that we are a mirror of the universe. And I love this says that the only way for a drop of water that doesn't evaporate is when it connects with a bigger body of water. So as drops, and this is what is happening in this self-centered culture that the modernism is like, it's about self-centered, it's about me. It's I want to save the world, I want to change everything, but we're in me. And when we understand that we're so connected to a bigger body and we are just a reflection of that massive cosmos, and we I work within my own universe without trying to change anyone or anything. I just try to modify myself. We start connected with that biggest body. And then um, the true change could really happen. So that's the beauty about all that. And so this is the task that and the Mayan spirituality is teaching us, to really become the cosmic axis, to understand and remember that the creative forces descend and ascend through us. I think he's Monique from Europe. I tell Linda is from UK. But these beautiful myths of these forests, enchanted forests, where you can see these fairies, and usually those myths happen in very thick forests that are big trees, because it's through the trees where these energies flow up and down. So we want to be like a tree. We want to be like that Seiba tree. We want to be like that Kelishache, the heart of the hearts, being so solid in our roots, so tied up in our heads, connecting with the cosmos, that we want to allow that these cosmic forces, only those beautiful forces of creations, travel through us. And this is our work, is to be the more, get out of the way so they can flow, and just look after our beautiful gate of energy, shield of energy, so nothing that doesn't belong from that divine forces enter our vessel. So we can become vessels of flows, vessels of divine flows. We are all vessels of flows. The problem is that if we are not aware, the flows that are going to enter us are not going to be flows, are going to go everywhere, and they're just going to bring imbalance. So we want to be very aware that what are the flows that are entering our vessel, and we want to have the opening for these divine forces open down. So, and in the last thing is like, really, the only way to be spiritual is to respect the cosmic flow, to respect that the universe works in synergy, to respect that the universe works in reciprocity, to respect that the universe works in understanding that hierarchy, and that hierarchy not within humans, that hierarchy within beings. Remember that we were the last we were the last species from all in Earth. I mean, from all the kingdoms, we don't belong to any kingdom, and we think humans that we are the highest of. No, we are not. So we just compensate. We understand our belonging. I'm here with all the humble heart to bring that harmony, to understand that I connected with everything, that every little part of the macrocosmos is in my being, and just to act with that grace, with that respect. Because to be on the center, we need to be in constant search for balance, not just allow all these winds to drop us in back and forth like a hurricane, and we're just in the middle of it's just about really remembering, as Ev, as the frequency of today, which is Ev, is that we remember that serpent of fire travels to our spine, and remind us of the great elders from the beginning, those beautiful poetic words of respect and love, and we want to bring that through our body. So this is the beautiful knowledge, according to the Mayans, of the vessels. I would like to know if anyone has any question or any input or any suggestions or anything. Flori, do you have any? You as a, I don't know if you can hear me.
So, yeah, it's a lot of theory, and it's very nice. But the most important part will be to experience what you're talking about. And interesting enough is that all the processes, because I've been there to Mexico, all the processes are towards that experience. All this energy going up and down, becoming the Seva tree. Yeah, you can experience that. It's not an intellectual process you can experience emotionally, mentally, energetically. You will feel that. And interesting enough is, with the plant medicine, you can feel the energy flow, like, because that is enhanced, that is an opening, which the plant medicine does, by dissolving a little bit our ego. So our ego become a little bit, dissolve, and then all the energy, all the stagnations, all the stagnant energy, they start to flow. And that is kind of the, after all the processes we're going to do, that plant medicine will give you that opening, and you can feel it, like you'll feel the energies going up and down. It's amazing.
Yes. Thank you, Flori. Totally. It's about letting the ego and the victimism and take responsibility and seeing in. Remembering the skin is the sky. That's it. Whatever is happened after that, I just want to keep my universe. Thank you, Flori. Thank you, Kelly. Basal, well, it's related with the basal ganglia and the way how we respond to fear and anxiety, and it's when we just pretty much more when we just feed those thoughts, we can really boom start affecting the whole thing, and stop producing those hormones that just bring us that center and that harmony. So it's just living in fear that is affecting all our body. If I don't know if anyone wants to share, I have a little breathing exercise for everybody according to the ebb and the body, which is very, very, very special for the day that it is today, that is so beautifully related to the body. So I thought that would be very ad hoc that we can do that. But before we do that, I would like to invite you that we just move once again the body but this time with consciousness. So we're gonna stand in standing positions, moving the body, but this time shaking it completely. Shaking it completely. Shake your hands, your shoulders, your feet, your knees. Assure that everything, your hips, everything is in motions for a few seconds. Just check. Maybe you feel some cracks in your neck, on your shoulders. Just shake. Where it's like, and just remember that those joints allow the energy to flow all the way up. Inhale deeply and feed your nostrils, feeding your beautiful cave with the nice and most pure oxygen. Moving your energy systems, all those 7 bolts that holds your structure. Moving, having your 3 hearts happy and dancing together. The head, the heart, the navel. Take a deep breath and slowly ease the movement into your body. Sorry, into your body. Stop. So slowly start stopping. Just gonna put this here and just close your eyes and slowly start connecting with your breathing and with your body, with your present moment, and what your body is telling you. What is your body? Where in your body? What part of your body needs right now attention? Can you feel it tingling? Sensation in all your body. You can notice how the circulation continues to flow and your organs slowly settle in this present moment. Feeling the energy. Keep inhaling. Relax your jaw. Widen the area between your eyes. Removing all the masks from your face from the day. And you can bring the knowing, the awareness, or the vision of that beautiful serpent of fire moving through your spine. Breathe in deeply. And just pay attention. How is your breathing? Is it short? Is it deep? And if you notice that your breathing maybe is too short, make sure you inhale longer. With the consciousness that you are feeding your body. You're nurturing and bringing light from the universe to that inner cave that is in your mountain. And when you inhale, illuminates all these cells of the body, these cells of the unknown. And when you exhale, you release, but also smile with gratitude because you can feel your body pulsating. Pay attention of the flow of your blood, your pulse. Pay attention of the pulse of your crown. The pulse between your eyes connected with your pineal gland. The pulse of your throat. Bridging the present moment as you remember the future. And you predict the deep past, and you feel the powerful pulsations around your navel of all your organs. Beautiful body. Divine body, divine vessel. And maybe there is an area in your body that it feels rigid, that it feels stagnant and pain. And maybe you can bring your hands and touch that area. Or you can direct that energy, those threads of lights, of that the purest oxygen coming with the old information of the universe, and you can direct that energy towards that area in your body that needs flexibility and flow. Be present with your body. And now from this space, you trust that everything in your life is perfect. Because you know that nothing in existence is good or bad. Everything is learning. And even if you realize that you haven't been kind with your body, you haven't moved your energy, maybe you realize that you haven't been impeccable, looking after the shield of energy and cleaning your energy field so the divine forces of creations can travel through you. Now you are learning because you are embodying the awareness. And you remember that everything that exists, everything belongs to the natural law of renewal. You are having in this present moment by being aware with your body in presence. You are opening the door to renew yourself, and you embrace the Nawal of the Eben, the Cain, the sacred staff, the vessel, that holds that virtues of the divine power that runs through your body as the fire lance that moves through your spine, illuminating your bones from the underworld to each one of the organs, the present moment of the heart, until your skin is like translucent from this light of this fire from the arcane. And you just embody the power of transformations through each experience that you have learned and you're still learning. Bringing kindness to yourself, because you now know that every decision that you have made should not have been judged. So you bring forgiveness and compassion to yourself as you now know that each experience has a reason for being. And today is the day, as you feel your body, that you accept without judgment the situations or the people in your life, with the complete trust that everything is perfect as it is. Your entire body has moved and all your atoms has responded to the movement, and maybe your spine is asking a soft, gentle move, and you can follow the move. What your body needs right now. A movement that renew your energy. Follow the movement. If there is any articulation, any joint that needs to be moved right now. Movement and stillness are both part of your body cycle. Just as the sun and the moon are both necessary and complementing each other to achieve an objective that you today naturally accept. Bring, in this moment, inhale deeply and bring into your mind any situations of conflict or sadness or disappointment that you have experienced some time ago. And you can view it as if it was a movie without attachment, just observing everything that happened. Even everything that was outside of you and beyond your reach, and just observe and take a few minutes observing. Any choice that maybe you haven't feel proud, but you're observing without any emotion, just observing like a movie with no sound, just observing. You enter to this void. There is just those images, no sound, no emotions, just observing. Without this noise, without the sound of the words, you can observe your actions, your reactions. Now project your life from that moment to this moment, in this present moment of completely awareness with your body. And you observe like a chain of events, everything that has happened since that event was in the effect of transformation of your own life. To be here, to nurturing this commitment, this fire in your heart to remember, to connect with your origin, with the origin of the earth, to be on service, to be the best versions of you. And you try to value everything that you have learned, the abilities that you develop from that situations. And how you were able to move forward. Just concentrate on the abilities. Maybe the abilities to observe. Maybe the abilities to follow your intuition. Maybe the ability of patience or the ability of forgiveness. What abilities? Maybe the abilities of resilience, determination, will. And now bring all those abilities to your heart, and you can even take your hand into your heart, taking those abilities from that chain of events. Inhale them and bring them to your heart. And smile with gratitude for having found them, because now you understand that that event of every other event that was not pleasant, it was important to transform of who you are today. Project the joy you feel in being a person with greater strength, resilience, creativity, patience, forgiveness, or any ability wherever you have developed. And you can now, and when you exhale, project those abilities towards the future, remembering the future and observing how, thanks to these abilities that you learned through that situation that was not easy in your path, now you just collect those pieces like a very chaotic puzzles, and now you can bring that puzzle into one piece and allowing you to bring forth that gift that is waiting for you to discover it within yourself and bring it forth to achieve that yearning of the heart. And you can imagine now yourself doing what you are meant to do, as a cosmic axis, as a vessel of divine forces, as a vessel that brings divine balance and harmony. That situation, that life, that is in your heart playing, and you imagine yourself doing what you want to do, applying these abilities to achieve it, followed by abundance, prosperity, joy, creativity, and the unconditional love expanding within you. Feel yourself as that divine. You can even roll your shoulders and stretch your spine, head up. And bring your palms around your feet, and you can even stretch your hands all around your feet, like you are painting your feet. From your heart all the way up beyond your crown, stretch your hands, palms facing outwards, and feeling that massive luminescent egg, that massive shield of light, of harmonious and balanced energy that even extend further than your hands can reach. Bringing that beautiful balance within your body. Opening this channel from the center of your body, allowing your hands slightly together, not touching your palms all the way your crown, like a tube receiving the divine forces of the universe that is entering your crown, and you can feel the tingling from the tip of your hands as you can feel how this force enters your crown, traveling through your brain, igniting your pineal gland, calming your nervous system, restoring your vagus nerve, restoring your voice, coming to your heart, and from your heart expanding, 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 expanding. Open your hands, palms face out, and going all the way down, and you can feel the tingling from the fingertips. And pay attention on your toes, nice and anchored on the earth. Stretch your toes, activate that stability and that connection with the earth. And when your two hands slightly together without touching, you can feel the energy of the earth coming from the center of the earth, entering your feet, activating your toes, and in the middle, as it runs through your legs, also in the middle you can feel this tube of energy entering your groin, between your sex and your anus, illuminating your pelvis, activating your organs, your reproductive organs, your bladder, your gut, your kidneys, your liver, your gallbladder, your intestines, your pancreas, all your organs. Your spleen, and coming as it keeps illuminating and activating each organ, bringing it with balance. Coming to the heart and expand. And it's like two crystals within your heart latching each other and then spinning around. The force of the earth with the force of the universe, making an explosion that increases this luminescent egg, and the energy keeps going down and the energy keeps going up, creating this dual cascade of energy, feeding your energy field that is shaping your body and bringing healing to each part of your body. And being grateful for every aspect of your life, the day, the night, the light, the dark, the happy and the sad, the challenging and the easy, the joys, the wins and the failures. Because you can see now beyond the eye of the limited human mind that stopped the judging. And you now reflect, how would the day be without the night? How would life be if there were no sun or moon? Accepting your moon and your sun. Because now you understand that your body, your life is a reflection of the whole cosmos. And everything that exists is a perfect manifestation in balance with nature. The acceptance of the deepest things is the path to realizations through love. Inhale deeply. Hold. Exhale. And thank your body. Smile. Widen the area between your eyes. Relax your facial muscles. And thank your body, your abilities, your gifts, your virtues, each experience for being who you are today. And slowly you start recognizing your physical body pulsating as it's been nurtured by this beautiful luminescent egg that you have amplified with your connection, with your acceptance, with your forgiveness, with your gratitude, with your love. And slowly, 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 with your fingertips, start feeling your physical form anywhere that your body takes you. Your hands know where they need to go. An area that needs love. Maybe your sacrum, maybe your sciatica, maybe your head, maybe your eyes, maybe your neck, maybe your shoulders, your back, maybe your womb, maybe your gut, maybe your breast, your chest. Where in your body needs that love? And you're going to do another inhalation. And slowly, when you feel ready, press stronger to your body and slowly open your eyes. Slowly come back to this beautiful weaving with each one that we are doing now. That is the sacred weaving, remembering the divine part of us. Welcome, welcome. Anyone slowly come back, we're gonna close this beautiful circle with gratitude for your beautiful attention. If anyone wants to share, Moni, or you prefer keeping your silence within your body, is all good. But if anyone wants to share what you take from this session. Total gratitude to the divine body, the divine vessel, that is a beautiful universe itself. Total gratitude to all the flows, the forces of the creations that flows and nourish our bodies, our vessels. Total gratitude to the forces that accompany us, each one of us, in order to be here, to remember the cosmic access that we are. To the spirits of the land that is sustaining us today, and is nurturing us, and is allowing us to expand and remember. To the sacred forces, the 7 portals of the 7 dimensions of consciousness, the 4 elements, the 4 pillars that sustain the earth, the heart of the universe, that allow us to remember and receive those cosmic intelligence that goes beyond the time of our body. To the heart of the earth that sustains us and allows us to open those hidden mysteries that we have forgotten that are there, or we haven't been aware, so we can integrate the light and the dark and become the whole humans that we are. And to the heart of the hearts, which is our full interconnectedness, remembering that we are a perfect thread to this perfect, beautiful weaving. And the more connected we are with our vessel, the better thread we are on service. Thank you for your presence. Thank you so much. Beautiful, Kelly. Thank you for sharing. Love it. Keep giving love to your bodies, and please, if you wanna keep in this bubble of love within yourself, keep, and please share on the WhatsApp how you feel. What words would you take with you? Have a lovely evening. Have a lovely morning for Maria, and thank you and have a lovely day for those who watch this recording. Thank you, Rise. Much love to everybody. Love and light, and remember your body is a beautiful, the most powerful vessel that can hold a lot of love. Just loving it. Thank you. Much love.